In this lesson, we'll answer a small, tricky question about GDP. What happens when Smith pays $100 to Jones? And then we'll go through a clear example showing how to compute corporate profits from national income data. Part 1. Suppose Smith pays $100 to Jones. Let's visualize the two people and the payment, and then examine whether nominal or real GDP changes. Now ask, did nominal GDP increase by $100, decrease, or stay the same? The answer depends on what that $100 bought. Case 1. If Smith paid Jones $100 in exchange for new goods or services produced this period, then the economy produced $100 more final output, so nominal GDP increases by $100. Case 2. If Smith simply gave Jones a $100 gift, there was no production involved. Money changed hands, but nothing new was produced, so GDP does not change. Case 3. If the payment was for a used car or other existing asset, that's a transfer of ownership rather than current production. So GDP does not change. Only services associated with the sale, like a dealer's fee, would count. So the summary: we need more information to determine whether GDP changed. If the payment is for newly produced goods or services, nominal GDP increases by $100. If it's a pure transfer or used asset purchase, nominal GDP does not change. Quick note: nominal GDP is measured at current prices, while real GDP is measured using constant prices to remove price changes. The payment's effect on real GDP mirrors the effect on nominal GDP in direction. If production changed, real and nominal GDP change, but if the payment was just a transfer or asset sale, neither changes. Part 2. Let's walk through a clean example for computing corporate profits from national income data. We'll give a small table of income components and compute corporate profits as the residual. Here, the total national income is $4,900 billion. All components except corporate profits are listed. Corporate profits are the residual needed to make the components sum to the total. Combine the known components on the left. Let's add 3,000 plus 200 plus 100 plus 150 plus 250. That sums to 3,700. Now rearrange the equation. Corporate profits equals total national income minus the sum of the other components. So corporate profits equal 4,900 minus 3,700, which is 1,200. Therefore, in this example, corporate profits equal $1,200 billion. A few notes. This is corporate profits before tax or after tax, depending on how the dataset is defined. Often national income tables will further break corporate profits into corporate income taxes, dividends, and undistributed profits. Quick multiple choice check. Given the table above, corporate profits equal which of the following? Option A, 471, option B, 1,200, option C, 543, option D, 684. Which is correct? We highlight the correct answer. In our example, the correct choice is B, $1,200 billion. Recap: when money moves from one person to another, whether GDP changes depends on whether a new good or service was produced. For calculating corporate profits from national income data, treat corporate profits as the residual. Subtract known income components from the total. If you have a real national income table, follow the same steps as in the example. Thanks for watching.